Hello, everyone. I'm back from my holiday. I will tell you all about that in today's episode. Welcome to the UK's comedy podcast brought to you by Lovdev Barpega, who's a stand up comedian based in Birmingham, United Kingdom. It's a crazy little thing called Lovdev. Today's episode is 183 Marrakech to Mayhem. I am back from my holiday, people. Safe and sound. I'm back again. Hello, everyone. How are you all? Did you get that nice surprise? Oh, this guy has gone to Morocco for his holidays, but he did leave us a cheeky episode. Yes, I did do that. Now, I've come back as normal, trying to set this up on my computer, the sound and stuff. Now, I don't know how it sounds, to be honest. To me, it doesn't sound right. But I thought I'm going to record it anyway because I've got so much things to do and I've got so much things to tell you about. Had a lovely time, if you're all wondering. Went to Marrakech, got there about 7 p.m, was it? 7 or 8 p.m. We landed, picked up a lovely car, a Dacia Duster that I was driving, got on the road, and I'm not going to lie, I was very, not panicky, but mind you, whichever country I go to and I'm driving for the first time in that country, that's not in Europe, I do go, oh, am I driving properly? Am I in the right lane? I kind of picked it up slowly. It was a bit hectic, I'm not going to lie, because we got there so late. I say late, it was just dark. We had to get to the villa of the place that I booked. As I was driving through the traffic, it just reminded me of India because the cars were everywhere. Motorbikes were coming in front of me. People were jumping queues. The red lights, forget about it. A few people stopped, but the motorbikes feel like they have the right of way. Or maybe motorcyclists don't know the rule of the red light at a traffic signal. Now, red means we can go. Cars are not allowed to go. That's what Morocco was like. It was absolute craziness on the road. I had a good time, to be honest. There was Android Auto in the car, so I usually take a car mobile phone holder and, a wire, USB, and I usually use my phone. But obviously, I didn't need it because the car already had a sat-nav on there. So I connected my phone, and because I don't have that. Some of you probably have that already in your cars, You can connect your Waze, you can connect Google Maps, your Spotify, etc. To me, it was like, wow, because I don't have it in my car. I'm a bit broke. I'm proper broke now anyway after the holiday. So anyway, I connected it all up, and I put the address in of the villa that I was staying at. And I thought, let me use the built-in sat-nav that the car's got, because that's probably knows where I'm going more than Google Maps. I wasn't even sure if Google Maps actually properly works in Morocco. Turns out it does. So as I relied on the car sat-nav, it took me to a different place. It took me on this desert road. Honestly, I got on this road and my missus started freaking out, going, I don't think this is the way. I was like, wow, it's not an actual proper road. It's a dirt road. And I don't know where this dirt road is going to end. Because on the edge of us, there was this like little tiny, I think it was a river or a cliff or something. And we was on the edge of it. And I thought, you know what? I'm not risking it. So I just done a quick U-turn. Got back onto a main road, and then I thought, let me try and use Google Map. Let's see if that knows where I've got to go. Luckily, it knew where I was heading to, and it took me to the villa. Had a lovely time there. It was a beautiful place. I got it dirt cheap. Paid £1,000. £1,000, you know, for a villa for 7 days. Yeah, we had our own pool. There was 3 bedrooms with kitchen, 3 toilets. Ah, it was amazing. Nice garden. We had the Atlas mountain views as well, and you could see that all around the villa. It was lovely, man. It was lush. I'm really glad I stayed there. So the people that were looking after it was a French woman owns this villa, apparently. So I booked it through with her. But she's got, like, this Moroccan family that looks after it. So they live, like, at the top of the entrance, but you can't really see them because their house is on the side. And the lady that lives there, Hajiba, her name is, she made us food every day. She charged a tenner to cook a meal, and all we had to do was pay for the ingredients and stuff. It was fantastic. We had, what's that, tagine? We had the chicken tagine. We had couscous and lamb. We had kebabs. We had a French breakfast. We had American breakfast. Oh, mate, it was amazing. We had so much food. Only one of the days we went out shopping, and I said to my missus, "This is actually absolutely pointless. What's the point of us going out, getting supermarket food, which is what we usually do?" I mean, the oven was crap. I'm not going to lie. That was the worst thing about the villa. The oven was awful. And I said to my missus, why ain't she got an air fryer? I don't understand. Why doesn't she have an... Is it because she wants her housekeeper to get paid? So people that do stay there, you know, will request fresh food from her rather than us getting frozen food or food from the supermarket and putting it in the oven. The first time I used this oven, I'm not going to lie to you, I put some frozen chips in the oven. It took 1 hour and 20 minutes to cook it. I said, what kind of oven is this? Now, it wasn't one of those built-in ovens that you get in the kitchen. It was like a separate oven. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, like a microwave. It was like that, but it was an oven. Ah, the worst oven I've ever used in my life. Just get an air fryer, you mad woman. It's time to do Am I the A-hole?
Truth, am I the a-hole? Tell me the truth, am I the a-hole?
Tell me the truth, am I the a-hole? Let's find out. Today's post has been put up by somebody called Tonight number 4843. Let's see what they have to say. Am I the a-hole for getting a co-worker fired for accidentally making me have an allergic reaction? Accidentally. So they've put that in quotations. So they are saying, hi, I'm a 19-year-old male. Happy birthday. An intern at an office, and last week we had a potluck celebrating a manager coming back from maternity leave. Well, my supervisor, we will call them Mr. K, is a little creepy, but not concerningly. He just does weird things, like he asked for my social media, which I guess isn't that strange, but he comments under everything I post. That is weird. Buys me lunch, calling me outside of work, gives me special treatment, etc. It's made some of the other interns not like me. That is weird behaviour. I mean, I get colleagues who add me, but they don't comment on every post that I've put up. I just need to know, is this person, is he gay? I say that lightly. I'm only saying that because it seems to be showing you a lot of interest. And, you know, like, that's how the grooming starts. Let's see what else they've got to say. Sarah, in particular, doesn't like me. I think she feels slighted because she definitely works the hardest out of all of the interns. But I'm giving most of the praise and attention for the above reasons. I let everyone know I'm allergic to milk, not lactose intolerant. Guess who made cupcakes that were dairy free? Now, I don't know if she intentionally lied, but she kept trying me to eat one. One of the red velvet cupcakes. I had an allergic reaction. I always keep an EpiPen, but I still had to go to the hospital because my throat and tongue swelled. Sarah acted like she was so sorry, saying that she used dairy-free cream cheese. Mr. K went with me to the hospital and took me home. Ah, he proper loves you, this geezer does. I took off a few days, and when I came back, Sarah was fired. Oh. I only knew after I asked someone I was kind of on good terms with, but I was getting the cold shoulder from everybody else. You blamed it on Sarah, and Mr. K was like, nah, I'm not having that. No one's touching my boy. They think Sarah was fired unfairly, and if it had been anyone else, nothing that serious would have happened. Either way, the only reason I'm happy I got her fired is because of Mr. K. Now has my address. And for all we know, she could have been fired for something else. Yeah, that's true. Do you think she got fired because she gave you cakes and she said it was dairy free? Or do you think it's a different reason? It's very hard to judge because obviously I don't work there. I don't know you guys, but sounds like to me that I think she got fired because she nearly killed you. And because Mr. K fancies you. That's what I think. You know, he's not going to let anyone hurt his office boy, is he? I'm only joking tonight. Don't get upset if you think I'm having a go at you. Right, he's got an edit on here. Let's see what this edit is. I guess it's confusing people. But I meant I'm happy she got fired because he now knows where I live. Meaning, I don't want him having my address. But because of her, he has it now. She's got it twice. Basically, I meant she got what she deserved, even though I don't have 100% proof. It wasn't an accident. It still made my life less private now. Regardless of whether she did it or not. The worrying thing is this guy... I mean, to be honest with you, mate, doesn't this guy already have your address because you work there and don't you have to fill in forms? You know, your date of birth, your address, your bank details to get paid. So, technically, if he's your manager, he has your address anyway. It's a supervisor. I take that back. So, your supervisor has your address. It's I think it's quite worrying, that is. I don't know how you can address it. I'm just going to look at it in this way. If you think it's too much, maybe you need to go above, maybe to HR and just say, look, this is what's going on. No, we're good pals. I've got nothing against him, but he's just creeping me out and he's sending me loads of messages. You must be a good-looking man, mate. But are you an a-hole for getting somebody accidentally fired because they gave you an allergic reaction? You're not the a-hole because technically you haven't got them fired. It could be for another reason. But if you did, then I don't really know. But it's a very hard one to solve. Normally, I will solve it. But this one, I'm kind of like, I don't know where it stands. And that doesn't help at all, does it? Sometimes you don't know where you stand. I'm going to give you an example. You know when you think some people are trying to be nice and trying to help you out? A bit like the poster just did for tonight. When I was in Morocco, one of the days we decided to go and see Eureka Valley. That's what it's called. It's a valley. There's a river and there's like restaurants along the villa. You can eat on the actual river. I know it sounds weird. There's like a sitting area. And we've been to something very similar when we went to Turkey they had one there in Morocco, and I said to my wife, I'm bored, let's go out, let's do something. We got the car. By then, I already mastered the driving. By the end of my holiday, I was an official Moroccan driver. Honestly, you should see me on the road, man. I didn't care. I drove like them. So, back to the story. When we went to Eureka Valley, on our way there, we got kind of lost because there was a road that was blocked off. So I had to do a quick U-turn. And out of nowhere, this chap on a motorcyclist, could be Mr. K, followed me. And he come up to my side and he said, he started speaking to me, but it was in French. And I had no clue what he was saying to me. I said, no, I'm not French. I'm English. He must have looked at me and thought, you got a brown face and you speak English. That's amazing. Because that's the way he was looking at me. He did a little bit of English. He said, follow, Eureka Valley. I said, yeah. He said, follow. So we started following this guy. And I was like, why am I following this dude on a motorbike? I don't even know where he's taking me. So I pulled over because my missus was like, don't follow him. Because we were going up this mountain. And the views were amazing, by the way. And I pulled up, and then he stopped, and then he come over, and he started talking to me again in French and broken Arabic. So I got out ChatGPT, my good friend ChatLGBT, and I put on the speaker thing where it can translate now. And I said, can you ask this guy where the hell you're taking me? In Arabic Moroccan. So he spoke, and then he spoke back. But he was chatting to it like he was on the phone. He thought it was somebody on the phone. And I said, no, you need to talk, stop, let it work out what you said, and it will translate it to me in English. Basically, what he said to me was, follow me, I'm going to take you to a lovely place where women make argan oil and you can see nice views of the valley. I thought, okay then, let's follow this guy. I didn't want to because I had all my family in the car. We drove up this massive hill. It took us ages. I don't know where the hell he was taking me, to be honest. We was driving up this hill. He pulled over into this little car park and I followed him. And he started pointing at the floor. And then the next thing you know, he said, come on, come. I thought, oh my God, where is this bloke taking me, man? I said, there's no valley. I can't see any river around here. He took us into this house, right? And there was these young girls in this house. And I thought, oh, what's going on here? And then he started talking in Arabic. And he was saying, get up. I think he was saying to these girls, get up. I got some people here. I got tourists. So he took us into this house. Basically, it's kind of like, it's a place where they make argan oil. And one of the girls could speak some English. And she was saying, hello, welcome. This is the argan oil. This is the nut. And this is how you grind it. And this is how the argan oil comes. But you could tell it was very rehearsed, what she was saying. I mean, English is not their first language, which I totally understand and respect. They just took us in there so I could purchase something. So we had to buy one bottle. My missus was like, oh, God, do I really have to be in here? We bought one bottle of argan oil. They tried selling us more. We said, no, we're busy. Then he said, come, my friend, carpet. I was like, oh, my God. So opposite this house, there was a shop that sells carpets. He said, he's my friend. And then we thought, oh, my missus was like, you go and then come back quick. I don't want to stay around here. So I went in the shop and then he started pulling out all these carpets, his mate, like rugs, going. He just started pulling them out one after another. And I was like, I don't want a carpet. And the other guy, the motorbike guy, Mr. K, we'll call him, because he felt like Mr. K. He said, no, just look, just have a look. And I thought, all right, bloody hell, mate. I said, how much? I seen one that I thought, it's all right if I was going to buy it. And he said, 450 dirham. So dirham is the currency that they use in Morocco. I said, 450 dirham. That's about £37. I said, I'm not paying that, mate. He said, this good price. I said, nah. I said, I don't want tourist price. I want Moroccan price. And then he said, 400. I said, you know what? I don't want it. I said, I don't want this thing. I said, in England, it's so cold there. We've all got carpets. So if I buy this, where am I going to put it? I mean, I had to lie a little bit. And then you should have seen Mr. K's face. He dropped. He didn't know what to say. I said, listen, I've got to go now. But credits to my wife. She rang me. And she was on the phone to me. And she goes, I've hurt myself. And I knew she was lying. Come out now. I need to see you. I've hurt my foot. I've hurt my foot. So I come out of the shop. And Mr. K, the Moroccan dude, he followed me. And his mate followed me. And I said, right, I need to go. Bye-bye. And I started giving the bye-bye sign. And he was going, why? What? Like that, right? And my missus done the best acting. She started, like, rubbing her leg, going, oh, I hurt my leg. And I was like, oh, God, never be an actress. My missus, Sheila, would be an awful actress. Like, I said, that's the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. I said, I need to go. We jumped in the car. We done a U-turn and we headed back down the valley. And I thought to myself, friggin' hell, I just went to go and see a river that we never even saw, got pulled over by some random guy who we thought was going to help us. And I knew he wanted a tip. He was waiting for the tip. I didn't give him anything. I said, sod you, mate. You wasted my time. I know most of this podcast has been about my holiday, but I just felt like sharing a couple of things with you. We did have an happy ending, actually, after the valley. I will tell you after I've done a confession.
Confessions the church, red it's the priest, a click to cleanse or fuel the beast.
Today's confession has been posted by somebody called More Performance. Is there more performance on the confession of what they have done? I stole reward points and got free coffee for a year. That is a great confession. I feel like I should applaud you. How did you even steal reward points? Unless, before I read your post, I'm going to take a guess. Did you buy a stamp that you must have got from Shein, Temu, AliExpress, that kind of website, Wish? Is it something that you got and it's a fake and that's how you got it? Let's see how this happened. There is this coffee shop I frequent, and a few years back, they implemented a rewards point system for free coffee. After checkout, you could put it in your phone number to link your card to your phone number for rewards. So it's not actually a stamp. Well, I started noticing when I went up to order and was waiting for the barista, people ordering before me didn't put their number in. So I put mine in before the barista came to take my order. After a couple of weeks of doing this, I had like 20 to 30 different cards attached to my phone number. That's brilliant. Needless to say, all those people kept buying coffee and I kept getting free coffee with all the points. This lasted for about a year and then it slowed way down. I still go to this coffee shop even though I don't get free coffee anymore. I feel bad, but I'm making up for it by still getting coffee from then since it's been happened. Oh, so for a year you've been getting free coffee off other people. You have basically been nicking their points, and then now you feel so guilty you're going back and you're buying coffee. I'm not gonna lie, I'll take my hat off to you, mate, because that's probably what I would do. You're not actually stealing coffee. You've been a bit cheeky. You've stole their email address. I don't know what you've done. You've signed up using other people's accounts and You've been getting free coffee. Who's going to say no to free coffee? I'm surprised they didn't clock on. I don't know how they didn't clock on. But it's a good confession. Well done for a full year. Yeah, mate, that's a great confession. Thank you so much. It's almost time to end the podcast, but I wanted to let you guys know that after I saw Mr. K in the valley, we'd done a U-turn and I thought, right, let's just head back home. And if we spot something on the way, we'll stop. On the way back, my missus was just Googling stuff that we can do around that area. And we found something called Smile, which was supposed to be a themed park, like a fun fair. I thought, all right, let's just see what that is. And we drove past, we parked up. There was like restaurants, it was like a fun fair. We thought it was for like little kids. And we went in and it was free entry and thought, oh, this is big. Because you don't realise how big it is as soon as you walk into it. It was absolutely massive. They had everything in there. They had VR, they had bumper cars, they have the waltzers, they had a carousel, they had paintballing, buggy riding, you know, quad biking. It was mad. I was like, wow, this is great. And there was some lovely staff there, and they took us all around showing us stuff. And I thought, yeah, they're going to try and make us buy things, which they didn't. My missus was like, oh, I really want to do quad biking with the kids. So the kids and my wife ended up quad biking. I just thought, nah, you guys go, it's fine. They loved it. Oh, my kids had such a great time. And we had a lovely end of the day. Although it started off really bad with Mr. K and his conning ideas of taking us to an argan oil and a carpet shop. We actually ended up having a nice day. I will tell you guys a bit more about the holiday, probably on the next episode, because we do have to move on. So let's end it with a weird news story. Mystery plane thief keeps taking vintage plane for joyrides, returning it repaired. It's just weird. What's this all about? A mystery plane thief keeps stealing vintage small planes for a sky-high joyride and then repairing it before returning ready for the next time. A retired Californian pilot named Jason Hung, shout out to Jason Hung, told the LA Times he had just finished celebrating his 75th birthday when he suddenly got the urge to pay a visit to his old treasure, a 1958 Cessna Skyhawk, which was stationed at the Corona Municipal Airport. Instead, he found his white and red single-engine plane missing, with police notifying him that the plane had been checked out at least twice before the latest mysterious joyride. Adding to the mystery, the plane also maintained and repaired, he said. On and off, they flew in and out almost an entire month without knowing. He said some witnessing suggesting the plane thief was a middle-aged woman. This is a really rare situation. Hung said he's baffled as to who might be taking it and why. Someone breaks into your house, they're looking for jewelry or cash, right? This is what Hung is saying. But in this case, what is the purpose? It's like someone breaks my window and then puts up a new one. After the first time noticing it was missing, Hung was initially relieved when the La Verne police reported his Cessna has been found 2 days later at the Brackett Field Airport. According to plane tracking site FlightAware, Hung's plane initially took off from Corona Airport on the morning of July the 26th for about an hour's trip to Palm Springs. It then departed for a 22-minute flight to Brackett Field Airport. The frustrated 75-year-old, happy birthday, decided to pull the battery from the plane until he could come back to clean the cockpit and inspect it. But when he returned, Hong found the plane was missing again. With the police locating the stolen aircraft, now parked at a different airport, San Gabriel Valley. This plane just keeps disappearing out of the blue, says Sergeant Robert Montanese from the police department. It's just weird, he's saying. Once Hong got to San Gabriel Valley Airport, the mystery only deepened after he found a new headset, a battery inside the plane, meaning the thief had to spend a lot of money to get it flying again. Hong also learned from regulars at the airport that they have seen a woman flying his plane around the San Gabriel Valley multiple times in July. While one witness claims the thief is a woman who appears to be in her 40s to 50s, around 5'3", police have noted there is no video available to show who stole the plane. As police continue to investigate the circumstance of these repeated robberies, Hong found a silver lining in meeting the staff and regulars at the San Gabriel Valley Airport. This has better people, Hong said. There's a better lounge than Corona, a little bit further, but this airport can be my home base. So that's where the article ends. Sounds like he's kind of happy. He's just... Imagine you've got an aeroplane and you leave it at an airport and someone comes along, takes your aeroplane, flies it, repairs it, and drops it at another airport. I don't know whether I'd be mad or angry. I think I'd be happy because it feels like it's Robin Hood. It's kind of that Robin Hood thing, isn't it? That somebody's stolen an aeroplane and repaired it. Madness. I wish somebody could steal my car and give me a new one. That would be nice. That's the end of the podcast. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to probably tell you a bit more about my holiday on the next one. See you guys soon. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, share, all that malarkey. You know what to do. See you later.